Yo, what is good, guys? It's JDL, and today we're gonna be doing a tier list video. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little afraid to make this video. I feel like any video that's just very opinion based, the comments are brutal. So today, gonna try to thicken my skin, not think about it, just lay it all out on the line. So today we're doing the greatest video games of all time, over 100 games. I kind of looked at the list of games. I was a little confused. Some games have multiple games in their series. So Assassin's Creed, you can see we got Black Flag, Odyssey, Brotherhood. For Halo, for example, I only see Halo Reach. So I don't know how that's going to be for every single one, but for ones where I only see that there's one in the series, I'll try to just rate my favorite game in that series if I've played it. A lot of these games I wouldn't have played, so let's just jump into it. First off, we have BioShock 1. Now, honestly, I think this game has the best story of any game ever made. I don't like that the first game we see is literally one of my top 3 because it looks like I'm gonna be too easy, but honestly, BioShock is definitely a masterpiece. The first one, the gameplay is incredible. The story is incredible. At the time, the visuals were amazing. The atmosphere. If you haven't played BioShock 1, like literally stop watching this video and play that whole game. It's fantastic. I don't even know what that is. Is that Castlevania? Haven't played it. Fallout New Vegas. Now, this was a really fun game. I don't know if I want to put it in great or very good. Great or very good. Great or very good. I'm gonna put it in great, man. I thought Fallout New Vegas was a great game. One of the best. Alright, this is Half-Life 1. I actually have never played Half-Life 1. Just a little bit. I played a few minutes, not enough to rate it. Street Fighter, played it not enough to rate it. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This is an amazing game. Played this game a lot. Is it better than Fallout New Vegas? That's tough. It definitely has a lot more replay value. I love Smash Bros. Games. I'm gonna put it in great. Alright, we got Team Fortress 2. Now, this game is actually amazing. Yeah, Team Fortress 2 is an amazing game. I played a lot of TF2 back in the day with my brother. Awesome game. Loved it. Until Dawn. I only watched Jesse's playthrough of it, so I have never played it myself, but I really enjoyed his playthrough. I don't know how much gameplay it has. It looks like it's more cutscene heavy, so I'm gonna just throw this into good because I really enjoyed watching his thing. Warframe, never played it. Uncharted 4, only played Uncharted 2, which was amazing, but for 4, well, if this is the only Uncharted game on here. Oh no, I see Uncharted 2. Never mind. Gonna put it down there. Battlefield 1, never really played it. Okay, this game, never played it. Red Dead Redemption 2. This is gonna be controversial. I actually tried to play this game when it came out, and it was so horrendously buggy that I actually couldn't play it. I don't even know if the live stream is still up on either one of my channels, but this game launched with some weird bugs. I don't even remember if I played it on PlayStation or PC. Whatever console I did play it on, like there was some quick time cutscenes, like there's this one with the wolf in the beginning where the buttons the input stopped working. I had a lot of horrible experiences with this game, honestly. I know everyone thinks this game is a masterpiece. I'm sure if I played it now without those bugs, I would put it there. But for me, and I don't want to put it down in horrible, really bad, or bad, because I know it's really not that bad of a game, but the way it launched, like honestly, I had such a bad time with this game because of how buggy it was. So I'm gonna throw it in horrible for now. You're gonna have to deal with it. Like, that's their fault. The game ship's buggy. I don't like it. You know what? I'll throw it down here just so people don't get mad. People go get mad. I'm already getting a little thin skinned. That's okay. Dota 2, this isn't a... Is Dota 2 as good as TF2? Yeah, Dota 2, honestly, bro, is a spectacular... Well, no, I'm gonna put Dota 2 in great. To me, what makes Dota 2 not an amazing game is the learning curve is way too steep. I have, I think, over 690 hours on that game, and I honestly can't say I'm even decent at it. I would say I'm very below average at that game, and considering how many hours I put into it, that one, yeah, I suck, but 2, like, I don't know, the learning curve on that game is really difficult, but I still love it. I think it's a phenomenal game. Can't just rate it off how it plays as an esport. You got to rate it how it plays for everybody. Putting it in great. So this is the only Halo on here. Halo Reach, I would probably put in the great category, but because, you know, I'm gonna say this is gonna be Halo 3 for me. That's a masterpiece. That's the #1 masterpiece. I'm gonna throw BioShock behind it. Pretend that's Halo 3, not Halo Reach. Moving on, Sonic. Never really played it. Never really played that. Got a lot of games I never played. Arkham Asylum, I played. Didn't finish. To me, I'm gonna put that in good. Modern Warfare 3 was decent. I don't know. I didn't really like a lot of the maps. I thought getting rid of stopping power would have been a good thing for Call of Duty's multiplayer coming off of Modern Warfare 2, which I thought was freaking amazing. But I don't know. There's something just off about the Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer. I wasn't feeling it as much. I didn't really. They had like a firefight mode, a horde mode, but again, I wasn't really feeling that quite as much either. I think that was just a decent game. It's a decent game. Crash Bandicoot. I've played some of them. I don't know which one this is. I'll just throw it down here. Mass Effect 2. I did play Mass Effect 1. Final Fantasy, Watch Dogs. So many games I haven't played. But to be fair, anyone who does this tier list, like, this is a lot of games, okay? Uncharted 3. Never played 3. 3's going down there. Okay. Lego Star Wars 2. I remember this being good. I'm just gonna throw it there. I don't have a hard take on that. Shadow of Colossus didn't play. XCOM never played. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. This was a very good or a great game. You know what? I can't say I did like it as much as 2. To me, 2 was the best Assassin's Creed, story-wise, everything, but the whole trilogy of Ezio, 2, Brotherhood, Revelations are fantastic. I'm gonna throw it in the very good category. GTA 4. Now, I wasn't allowed to play Grand Theft Auto games growing up, so I feel like I don't quite understand them. That's just a me thing. The combat is kind of lackluster for me. I know that's not why people play this game. I honestly feel like it's not really fair for me to rate these games, so I'm gonna throw it down here. Assassin's Creed Black Flag, I never played it. I stopped playing after Assassin's Creed 3 because I just really didn't like that game. I hated the combat. I didn't like the way they changed the combat. Yeah, they made it more difficult. Yeah, maybe I'm a casual gamer when it comes to Assassin's Creed. Deal with it. Doom. I've heard I need to play this game. So it's a shame I haven't rated this. Borderlands 2. I've sunk a few hours, maybe up to 10 hours plus, probably around 10 to 20 hours in this game if I were to guess. To me, I don't know. Looter shooter. I don't really find the gunplay very engaging. Honestly, I didn't really find it that gripping of a game either. I'm gonna put it into decent. I don't know. I don't really buy into the Borderlands hype quite as much. It's not my cup of tea. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the current one. I've only played Warzone, and actually I think Warzone's really good. I'm gonna throw that in very good. Throw it in very good. Obviously they have a lot of glitches, things I gotta figure out, but I'm gonna throw it. Half-Life 2. This is a masterpiece. This game, revolutionary. The physics engine in it is superb. The puzzles, the mix of puzzles and gunplay and plot, it's kind of like BioShock and how everything just kind of seamlessly molds together into the perfect single player package. Half-Life 2 is by far one of the greatest games I've ever played, and it's a shame I never really played Half-Life 1. Look at it down here in the have not tried, but I got its sequel up here in Masterpiece, so hey man. And I thought Half-Life Alyx is another game I would probably throw over here in the amazing section. League of Legends, honestly, to me, League of Legends is a very watered down, not very competitive, not well thought out game compared to Dota 2, which is the game it is a copy of, straight up is a copy of. To me, it belongs in one of its bottom 3s. I just genuinely don't think it's a good game. I'm gonna throw it in bad. Overwatch is very good. I like Overwatch. It's still a lot of fun, even all these years later. Still like Overwatch. All right, I'm just gonna assume this is one of the OG Crash Bandicoots. It's a tough game to rate because I feel like it's kind of simple. Played it a lot as a kid. Loved them as a kid. As an adult, I don't know if it'll hold my attention as well. I'm gonna throw it in the good category just because I'm assuming adult people will not vibe with it quite as much. FIFA. Never really played a lot of FIFA. I always have a ton of fun playing FIFA, but I hear people complain about it just because. I'm gonna throw it in the good category. Tetris is a classic. It actually has a decent amount of replay. I'm gonna throw it in very good. Fortnite, you gotta respect it. For me, it doesn't belong up here with these games, but I do think it's a good game. I'm gonna throw it in the good category. World of Warcraft, the classic version to me is a masterpiece. The modern version to me goes somewhere down here. I'm gonna throw it in masterpiece because I think, you know, that's just the OG version, the version that came out when I was a kid. I love it, so I'm throwing it there. Pokemon, man, I hate turn-based games. I'm throwing it in really bad. I find the Pokemon games, I played them so much as a kid, bro. So much as a kid. I revisited them as an adult, and the combat, bro, it's so boring, man. I don't like turn-based games. I find them pretty unengaging. It's just not my cup of tea. Super Mario Galaxy, people are gonna hate me. I never played it. I only play Smash Bros. Minecraft, to me, great or very good. Now, Minecraft's a great game. I'm putting Minecraft in great. I think that's a fair place for it. I never really liked Counter-Strike Source that much. I don't know. It always felt weird to me. I know some people swear by it. Love it. To me, it just felt kind of, I don't know how to describe it. Just something it was almost too bare bones. To me, it's decent. I don't know. It felt so weird jumping to Counter-Strike Source after playing Gmod and all these other games to me. Pac-Man, honestly, I think is kind of overrated. I'm gonna put it at decent. Portal 2, I only really played through the co-op mode. It was pretty good, kind of short. I'm gonna throw it in the good. I never played the single player. I'm sure if I did, I'd probably bump this thing up somewhere over here, just based off how other people talk about it. But just from my personal experience of only really doing the co-op, it was a little too short, so I almost feel like I should put it in the have not tried it because I really haven't. But just know that this is only based off my co-op experience. I'm putting it in the good. Portal 1, played a little bit of Portal 1. I'm gonna put that in good too. I don't know, Portal 1's just not my thing. Jackbox is an amazing game. I think this just counts for all Jackboxes. It says Party Pack 6. I'm just gonna say this is all Jackbox games. They're amazing, super innovative the way you play with your phone. I love it. Very nice, casual, fun. You can play it at any time. Gotta love it. Super Metroid. I actually used to love the Metroid games. Prime, Fusion, all those. Let's throw this in the great category, man. Metroids are pretty good. Metroid Fusion, maybe it was because I was young and I was a little kid when I played it, but I used to really get scared of like the evil Samus in that game every time. Super Mario 2, you know, for a side scroller, pretty good, pretty fun, pretty great. Skyrim, to me Skyrim is, dude, honestly, I'm gonna put Skyrim in good. I just don't find Skyrim as fun as Fallout, in my opinion. I don't know what it is about Skyrim. It's kind of hard for me to get really immersed into the Skyrim world. The melee combat, it just doesn't feel really right to me. I don't know, all the combat in that game, it just feels so jagged. To me, that's what Skyrim kind of feels like. So I'm gonna throw it there. That's gonna be a very unpopular opinion, but that's just how I feel about it. Last of Us, nope. Zelda, nope. Zelda, nope. Zelda, nope. Uncharted 2, amazing game. Yeah, this game, when it came out, the graphics for Uncharted 2 were just unbelievably amazing. And the story was great, gameplay was great, an all-around perfect game. To me, I can't throw it in masterpiece because the multiplayer was kind of bleh. But, you know what, and I'm actually going to put it ahead of the other 2 games in its tier. I think it's that good. Witcher 3, I know I need to play that game. So many of these I haven't played. Apex, man, I did not like Apex. I'm going to put it in bad. I didn't really like it that much. This Jedi game was actually very, no, I'm going to put it in good. It's pretty good. Again, sometimes the combat felt a little, not super smooth to me. You know, I didn't always feel kind of like a Jedi. I felt kind of limited sometimes. But I know it was meant to be like a Dark Souls, very challenging game. Maybe I just didn't get it. Maybe I'm just not that good at it. I kind of want to put it in very good. I feel like it is a very good game, but for some reason I kind of just stopped playing it. And if there's a disconnect between me wanting to finish a game and me thinking it's very good, I feel like I got to go with my gut. My gut says it was just a good game. Left 4 Dead 2, also I'm just gonna say, it's just a good game. That's just a good, solid game. Rocket League, very good. Actually, Rocket League is a great game. The gameplay is smooth. There's little side modes. I feel like you do gradually get better. It's not some crazy skill thing like Dota 2's issue. Rocket League, I feel like, is just, it's a great game. I don't know, it's a lot of fun. You can play it for 5 minutes, you can play it for 2 hours, and it's nice having a game you don't have to commit too much time to and you can still feel like you're getting better at. So Rocket League, to me, is a great game. Beat Saber, I think, is hella overrated. I'm gonna put it in decent. I just don't find this type of game fun. It's just not me. Not how I like to play VR games. I don't know. I just don't get, I guess I just don't understand Beat Saber because everyone loves it. I just don't seem to get it. Spider-Man on PS4. God, I gotta scroll so down. This was a great game. To me, this game and the Jedi game are very similar, but I just enjoyed the Spider-Man game a lot more. Honestly, no, I think it deserves to be right here with Fallout New Vegas. Great game. Really enjoyed my time with it. Yeah, I liked it a lot. Spore. Okay, Spore is a tough one to rate. I'm gonna put Spore in the good. I didn't like the space age. I loved Spore up until the end game. I felt like I had to keep restarting because I didn't really like the spacefaring age part of Spore that much, but the character customization in this game at its time was like absolutely incredible. I loved Spore when I played it. Man, I might have to throw Spore into no, I'm gonna keep it in good. I'm gonna keep it in good. I think this is where it belongs. Wii Sports is decent. I guess it's kind of revolutionary the way they use the motion controllers, but I feel like you could just kind of cheese it. Everyone knew the strats in bowling and stuff. All right, this is gonna be a controversial one. Fallout 4, I actually think was amazing.
How could you say that?
I don't know, man. A lot of the things people complained about, maybe I'm just a weird gamer. Maybe my taste is trash. For me, I liked Fallout 4 more than New Vegas and 3, and I don't think I've ever heard anyone else say that. A lot of people didn't like how they changed the dialogue system. I would agree it was a bit limited, but to me, the advancements in gameplay felt way smoother. New Vegas and 3 are both also fall into the kind of little rigid, little Skyrim-like. They don't really feel super smooth when you're playing them, to be honest. Fallout 4 is not the smoothest game, but I honestly think the gameplay is a massive step forward. The gunplay, all of that. Even though the dialogue was a lot more limited in Fallout 4, I thought it was a little bit more immersive, actually getting kind of the more cutscene view instead of just clicking on text. Maybe that's just me. People thought the story was trash. I thought it was kind of cool. Maybe I'm just dumb. I wasn't expecting the twist when it happened. I was like, that's pretty cool. Maybe I'm missing something, but until I find whatever I'm missing, I'm putting it amazing. This is my favorite single-player RPG game I've ever played. Loved it. Thought it was amazing. Fallout 3, gonna go in the great category. I'm actually gonna slide it ahead of some of the other games near it. All of the Fallout, man, these games are so good. These games are amazing. Fallout 76, that is a horrible game.
All of the Fallout, man, these games are so good. These games are amazing.
That is a horrible game, man. I don't really need to elaborate on why that game is so bad. It's just not good. Warcraft 3, The Frozen Throne. This game is a great game. The custom games literally birthed the genre. Talking about Dota 2 and League of Legends, literally birthed the genre. Is it the greatest RTS? I don't know enough about RTSs to say. I thought the hero system was cool. I thought the plot was pretty good, and the single player, great extension of Reign of Chaos. To me, Warcraft 3, The Frozen Throne, this is probably my favorite RTS game I've ever played. I'm a big fan of this. I'm keeping it there. CSGO, I don't know why. CSGO feels great. For whatever reason, Source doesn't feel too good, as I mentioned earlier, but CSGO to me is a great game. I think this is where it belongs. Garry's Mod. Garry's Mod is impossible to rate. Your experience with Garry's Mod is really going to be how much time you invest into looking into game modes, doing all those things. To me, it's amazing. If not an outright masterpiece, Garry's Mod belongs somewhere between these two. I think I'm going to slide it into amazing. Guitar Hero, I was never really into Guitar Hero. They got kind of old quick for me. I'm just going to keep it a decent. Didn't play you, didn't play you, didn't play you, you. We're in a lot of games I haven't played. Have I played any of the remaining games? I don't recognize any of these. Plants vs. Zombies. I have not played a lot. I remember it being good. I'll throw it there. Haven't played you. Have not played Siege, Saints Row, Sniper Elite, Stalker, Undertale, StarCraft 1, I believe this is. You know what? Is this StarCraft 2? You know what? If this is StarCraft 2, StarCraft 2 to me is a very good game. I like StarCraft 2. Star Wars Battlefront 2, the OG version. I played the living crap out of this game. I think this is a great game. Nah, I'm gonna put it in very good. I think it belongs in very good. It is a little bland. A lot of these games that I loved as kids, I came back as, and they're kind of like lacking depth. This is one of those games to me. The new one, just didn't quite enjoy it as much. Still thought it was good. Still thought it was fun. Okay, so my categories are not balanced at all. I have way more games in the great category than the very good category. I feel very good about my top 4. You could disagree. If one of your games is in this gigantic box of have not tried, it doesn't mean I disagree with you. It just means I haven't tried it. Let's go through the tiers. Horrible, Fallout 76, a buggy mess filled with microtransactions. I feel like I don't need to explain myself there. Pokemon Emerald, again, I just find turn-based combat incredibly boring. I think this game is just a huge bore. I don't like it. Bad League of Legends, not a fan. Apex, didn't really like that much either. Decent, probably wouldn't play these games again. Good, I'd probably play these games maybe once in a while. Very good, I'd revisit these games. Overwatch I revisit quite a bit. Amy's really into it. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, I'd actually love to revisit this. I'd love to revisit Assassin's Creed 2. I will say Brotherhood and then Revelations did make the gameplay smoother. Everything felt a little bit better with each new Assassin's Creed. The great games, these are games I've sunk a lot of hours into, each of these games, with the exception of Super Mario 2. I haven't sunk the most hours, but all these other games I've sunk a lot of time into. These were some good games. Amazing, these are games that have a lot of replay value, in my opinion. They're a lot of fun, or they just tell an amazing story. And to me, masterpiece, again, for Halo, I'm considering that to be Halo 3, which to me is the best game ever because the single player has a ton of replay. The multiplayer, obviously completely revolutionary. The theater mode, the Forge, just the map design. I don't see how it's beatable. BioShock, greatest single player game of all time. Just narrowly edging out Half-Life 2, in my opinion. And then World of Warcraft. I don't know how you beat World of Warcraft Classic. I don't know which one of these two I've spent more time on. I really don't. I think Halo 3 by a little bit, but I probably have a disgusting amount of hours on WoW. You know what? Let's just see how many hours I have on my old main character. This World of Warcraft character right here, guys, is 14 years old. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yikes. 45 days of playtime on this one character alone. 45 days on this one character, man. And I only played it with him up to the 3rd expansion. Tried the new version. I just don't like the new version of WoW. I think it's pretty bad, but hey man, great game back in the day. So if you enjoyed my tier list videos, let me know down below. I'm sure a lot of you are going to disagree. Before we outro, let me quickly say which games I think people will disagree with the most. I think people are going to wish Fallout 4 was lower. People are going to think the Portal games should have been higher, which is probably fair. I never really gave them enough time, but I gave them enough time that they can't go down here. The League fanboys are going to be mad about that. Pokemon fanboys will be mad about that. I think everything else people generally agree upon. You know, the way I look at it, if something falls in the great tier, that means they could either be very good or amazing, but I just felt like it belonged here. This isn't a super solid list, but if you enjoyed this video, let me know if I should do more tier list videos, and peace!